Well, Shemai, my little friends, how are you all? Another Christmas story, and this is called The Great Christmas Pudding Rescue, and it's by Claire Freeman. And look, that's the same woman who wrote this one. And Samara Hardy. I like this one. I like how skinny Father Christmas's legs look in his stripy tights. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret now. I don't actually like Christmas pudding. And I don't like any of the ingredients in it. We'll have to pretend we do, okay, for this one. And it's all about teamwork. And I say to my class, teamwork makes the dream work. Snow fell softly and the air buzzed with excited whispers. The happy villagers of Puddingtown were watching and waiting for the Pudding Express train to arrive. Welcome to Puddingtown. It carried a precious cargo, all the yummy ingredients needed for their Christmas pudding festival. Just then, there was a loud announcement. "Disaster!" cried the station master. "The Pudding Express is stuck in snow." Oh no! They're all shocked, aren't they, and bewildered because they won't get the ingredients for the Christmas pudding they need. "Oh no," the people cried. "We can't have our great pudding festival without it. What shall we do?" So she's going to try and change the colour a little bit. It's a bit too bright then. There was only one thing to do. The children wrote a letter to Santa. "Dear Santa, the Pudding Express is snowed up at Jam Junction. On board are all the ingredients we need to cook the giant Christmas pudding for our great pudding festival. We can't have a pudding festival without a pudding. Please help from the people of Puddingtown." Now, my class have been writing letters, and we were talking about the fact that letters start with the word dear, and then we've written it from as well. So Santa knows who sent them. I hope this idea works. As the smallest child was about to post the letter, a sudden breeze blew it high into the frosty air. Swoosh! Maybe it happened because they were hoping and caring, loving and sharing. Whee! The letter swirled above the rooftops, over the frozen lake, across the forest and far, far away. Look, here's the address. To Santa, the North Pole. Well, there must only be one Santa living in the North Pole, I think. Santa was in his workshop when the envelope swooped through his letterbox and landed on his desk. Oh, he looped the loop. Loop, loop. Oh dear, he gasped reading it. Something must be done. Santa stomped out into the snow and whistled very loudly. Out from the trees, animals and birds came hopping and skipping excitedly. Now, that was a really quiet whistle, wasn't it? But if I do a really loud whistle, my dog will think I'm calling her and she'll be barking. Santa explained about the train stuck in deep snow. "What can we do to help?" Squirrel asked. "I'll show you," Santa replied. Oh, look at all these lovely toys in the workshop, all ready to be put into parcels, aren't they? And sent to boys and girls. They followed him into his huge Christmas caravan. Every shelf was piled high with presents. "Ha ha! I found it," Santa smiled, reaching for a huge cookbook. "Mrs. Claus's very secret scrumptious Christmas pudding recipe." Wow, that's a mouthful. Scrumptious Christmas pudding recipe. And here's everything we need to make it. So you're going to get all the ingredients now. There was spicy cinnamon, crunchy almonds, brown sugar, juicy raisins and sticky treacle. "Delicious," said Bear, dipping his paw in the treacle. Santa found fresh brown eggs, creamy butter, squidgy cherries and zingy ginger. "Smells lovely," squeaked Mouse. "Achoo!" sneezed Fox, opening the flour packet. Well, no wonder. Look at the mess he made. There was even a shiny silver sixpence to hide in the pudding and holly to decorate it. Each of the animals carried off an ingredient. "Thank you, friends," cried Santa. "I would come with you, but it's Christmas Eve and I have a very important job to do." What do you think his important job is? I know. I think he's got to clean the bathroom, do you? It's Christmas Eve and he's got to clean the bathroom. Do you think that's right? Or do you think he might have to go round the world delivering all those presents? The animals set off for Puddingtown, but with a few mishaps along the way. Now, mishaps are things that go a little bit wrong. They almost got lost in a snow blizzard. "Follow our singing," chirped the robins. "We'll lead you through." Mouse got a little upset when she sat on some prickly holly that Hare had left behind, and some cherries were missing. On the slippery frozen lake, Squirrel dropped her raisins. They scattered everywhere. Fortunately, Hedgehog was able to collect them in no time. But they had lots of fun too, skating across the frozen lake, egg juggling competitions. Now, is that a sensible idea, to go juggling eggs? And snowdrift jumping. It's getting late, Fox said. We must hurry. At last they saw the twinkling lights of Pudding Town. I never thought we'd get here in time, said Rabbit, but we did. Maybe it was because they were hoping and caring, loving and sharing. What a surprise the villagers had when they saw the animals, bringing such wonderful supplies for their great pudding festival. Hooray! They cheered. Thank you. Everyone got straight to work. There was mixing and stirring, grating and chopping. I'm in charge of the tasting, laughed Bear. We're happy to help, said the children. There was adding and pouring, measuring and whisking. Finally, the pudding was ready to put in the oven. It's almost Christmas. Oh, the people yawned. We should get to bed before Santa arrives. The town awoke to the sound of the robins singing happily. It was Christmas Day. Santa had visited overnight and left presents for everyone. Snow sledges, laughed the children. Raisin cookies, smiled Hedgehog. A great giant tub of treacle, said Bear with a sticky grin. In all the fun and excitement, they almost forgot about their pudding. Everyone waited with bated breath to see how it had turned out. The pudding was enormous. It's our biggest ever, the people cheered. It was hot and steaming, and the yummy smell made everyone feel very hungry. I can't wait to taste it, grinned Bear. No one could. Hooray! It was try again, Miss Richards. It was the best great pudding festival that Pudding Town had ever held. The day was filled with feasting and friendship, sparkles and smiles, singing and dancing. Do you think it might be very cold sitting your bottoms in the snow, though? I think they might have very cold bottoms. Best of all, the pudding tasted delicious, and there was more than enough for all the people and the animals. Even I can't eat another crumb, Bear sighed. We found the silver sixpence, the mice said happily. What a magical day we've shared, the villagers said to the animals. Thank you for helping us. You've saved our great pudding festival. The animals smiled. Maybe it was because everyone had been hoping and caring, loving and sharing, that together they had all the right ingredients for the perfect Christmas. And maybe, just maybe, if we begin hoping and caring, loving and sharing, then our dreams will also come true. Oh, I love that story. I like these illustrations as well. I love these pictures, do you? I like all the colours they used. I love the pattern on these gloves. What do you think of that one? Even though I don't like Christmas pudding, I do like that story. And this one wasn't a rhyming one. The other ones we've been reading have been rhyming stories, haven't they? So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you soon with another story. Hwyl fawr ffrindiau. Bye bye.